Om Shri Sai Ram. Humble salutations at Swami's lotus feet. Dear elders, brothers and sisters from the Sai fraternity, hearty Sai Ram to one and all present here. On behalf of the children for Satyasai, we humbly welcome you to the Prema Pravaham session today. Before we start, let us humbly invoke Swami's grace by chanting the Sai Gayatri. Om Saishwaraya Vidmahe Satyadevaya Dhimahe Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Saishwaraya Vidmahe Satyadevaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Saishwaraya Vidmahe Satyadevaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In today's session, we have with us Shri Manjrekar. Manjrekar needs no introduction at all. Anna is an alumnus and has been a close servitor of Bhagwan and is a true testimony to following Swami's word to the letter. Dearest Anna joined the Sri Satyasai Lok Seva High School, Muddanalli, in the 8th standard, completing his high school there, and then proceeded to complete his PUC till 11th and 12th at Sri Satyasai Lok Seva PU College, Alike, and his engineering at Nagarjuna College. Anna first met Swami in the year 2009 and on Swami's command proceeded to attend the engineering college from the Muddanalli campus itself and has been living here ever since. Anna opines that the impact left by his teachers like Sri Vasantraj sir, Sri Kamatanna, Sri M.S. Satyanarayan sir, Sri B. Satyanarayan sir, and other elders has made him decide that his mission in life is to serve Bhagwan in his truest and fullest capacities and has continued the Guru Shishya Parampara by becoming a Guru himself. Manjrekar has been the warden of Sri Satyasai Lok Seva PU College, Muddanahally, and I, with gratitude, mention that I, along with the next speaker for today, Bhupal Anna, were fortunate to have been his students. Dearest Anna, hearty greetings to today's session. May I humbly request you to address all of us this evening. Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering myself at Swami's Divine Lotus feet. Respected elders, my very dear brothers and sisters. So Sai Ram. So I remember Prema Pravaham 2012-2013, how it used to be in Prem Deeps, where a lot of our elder brothers, sisters with their families, they used to come to Prem Deep on every Saturday. They used to spend one whole day with Swami, and even their family members also, they used to get very close proximity with Swami. They used to get many interviews with Swami. And that was for then, that was needed. And now as time progressed, so whereas whatever the love Swami has shown during that time, and after, especially after this Paravidya sessions, so it is now time for us to really think what is Swami's mission and act accordingly. See, as per my understanding, so transformation of our individual self is very, very important. And whatever we do now, all these things should lead to only goal of transformation. And very often Swami also says, telling that even the last person in my mission, he should transform himself. That is my true mission. Even the last person, not like out of 100%, it is 50, 60, 70. No, it's not like that. It is 100%. So I just want to share a small experience about this. So there was one small boy, 7th standard boy. This incident happened in the year 2013, 14, during 15, during Atiridra Mahayagna time. There was a primary school boy, 7th standard boy. He had his birthday. And Swami very graciously during that time, whenever boys had their birthday, they could come to see Swami. Even they can serve food to Swami. And they can talk to Swami or whatever. It's their time with Swami. And nobody has right to say no. So, but unfortunately, Pravaham, the 7th standard boy, he went to his warden and he asked for, sir, I need to go to Mandir for my birthday blessings. And Pravaham, like out of fear or I don't know what, his warden, because during that time, these higher primary kids were very mischievous, very, very mischievous. And the warden intention was, anyhow, we didn't get good name from Swami. So if I send boys now, then Swami may get upset. So I didn't want to, that didn't want him to disturb this thing. So he told it will not be nice or proper. Whenever Swami comes to Prema or to the Yajnashala, you can take blessings there. That's what his warden said, and just he left there. But this boy, Papam, he really wanted to go to Swami and take blessings. He was from a very, very poor background. He was from North Karnataka. And even his friends also motivated, hey, it's okay. Once in a while we get chance like this. So that's why you can go to Mandir. No, there'll be no problem. That's what they motivated him. And he also really wanted to be with Swami. So that day, the program got over very late. So this fellow was just waiting. Once the program got over, he also ran behind Swami's car. And he came near Mandir. They didn't allow him in the gate. So that time Swami was staying at Premdeep. So he was sitting outside that Premdeep compound. So when Swami went up, then one of the teachers or the boys there, they were going out and they saw this boy sitting outside. And then they inquired him and he told, it's my birthday. So they took him inside and they left inside. So then one more brother, he asked him, why are you here? So he told, I'm just here for blessings. Then once again, he took him to the upstairs and he was waiting in the kitchen. And we know our loving Kamathanna, like he was also there. And he handed over him a big plate and he told him to go inside. From this poor fellow, first of all, he was very, very scared. And he was scared that he was denying his warden's word. So he was very, very scared in the first place. And usually the small kids, when they come to Mandir, they feel a little more scared by looking at the new surroundings. He was very, very scared and literally was shivering with the plate. So another problem is, Papam, that poor fellow, he was not able to speak English or he was not able to understand English. So he came inside Swami's room. So we're all waiting and Swami was also waiting for the food. So this boy came with the plate, shivering. As soon as he entered Swami's room, he started crying. He was crying in such a way that it was no way we were able to control him. He was crying. Then we took plate from him. Then we kept Swami also started talking to him. Then slowly, this fellow was okay. Then Swami inquired about his parents and their family background. So that touched him very much, which he was never, first of all, he was expecting for a small chance with Swami. Whereas here he could come inside Swami and serve food for Swami. And Swami is asking about his parents and about his village, all those things. So he was very moved with that. And once again, he started crying more. So like Swami wanted to somehow distract his mood. So he called our Vinod and told, is there anything I can give it to this boy? So usually we think of some chocolate or some pen or book like that. But Swami actually, he has absolutely no distinction. Like he's a small kid, he's a grown-up boy, or he's elder, nothing of that sort. With lot of love, Swami told, see, from Kodai, few cameras have come back. Go get one camera. So Vinod went, he searched for the camera, he could not get. Then he came telling that, Swami, I could not find. So I'm, no, you have to get camera for him. Then he looked at me and told, you go get camera for me. Then I went, we searched for some time, we got one camera and we gave it to Swami. And so by that, Swami was very, very happy. And he himself took out all those batteries, all those, this thing, he himself put inside, and he clicked his photo also. He clicked his photo and he gave that camera and he told him, see, this Madhudra Mahayagna, you have to click all the photos and you have to take it to your village and show it to your parents. So that really touched my heart. And I was thinking, why should Swami give one camera, after all, to a small 7th standard boy? How does it matters? But for God, but for our Swami, everything matters. We may think he is a small fellow or small kid and he does not require this kind of attention. But for God, he has, as I said, absolutely no distinction. This really touched my heart. And you believe it or not, that boy, he joined for 5th class. Till his PUC, recently he passed out. And he badly wanted to join our university. Because of his parents' pressure, he could not join. Otherwise, definitely, even today also, he called me. So that was his love for Swami. And that's how Swami touched his heart. So this transformation is what Swami wants from each and every one of us. It doesn't matter, we are small, big, we are whatever we are. It's only Swami looks at our heart and our purity. So this was the greatest lesson which I really learned from on that day. It was October 2015. And another incident which happened here in our Prem Kutir during one of our Swami's visit, telling that friendship with God is very, very important. And once we develop that friendship with God, everything will happen according to his will. If you can totally surrender at his lotus feet, telling that, Swami, you are my true friend. I really don't want any others to be as my friends. With that feeling, if we can surrender at Swami's lotus feet, then rest everything he will take care. I just wanted to share one more incident. There was one more boy when Swami visited PUC in July 2018. Our prayer hall was under construction. And in one of the dormitories, we had program that day. And in that was in the 2nd floor. After the program, Swami wanted to use the washroom. So he came for the 1st floor. And while going to the 2nd floor, few boys were standing near their rooms and they were praying Swami to come inside and bless with the photography. So Swami was telling, no, I'm not going to come. It's already late. So we'll go. But these boys, they were pleading Swami, and finally Swami came. It's like half of the students, they were already seated for food, and only few boys, they were near their rooms. So, but Swami didn't want to disappoint them because the dormitory is also small and many of them, they could not be seated inside. So Swami thought, let me go to their rooms and bless with a photography. So while Swami was going to rooms, I still remember it was room number 21. There was 2 boys in that room. One boy showed a photography and got a signature from Swami. And the other boy, he was standing there. And Swami, in like typical Swami, he told, this fellow was so small when he joined here for 6th class. And now see, he has grown up like this, so huge, so big. He was explaining and he started telling how this boy joined 6th class. This boy really didn't want to join here because of his parents' pressure. He wanted to join here for 6th class. And in 8th class, he was so very naughty that he had a very big fight in his classroom. And this fellow gave the class leader some sound beatings, and for which this boy was suspended for 1 week. And during that time, this boy decided that, yes, I'm going to stop my education here. And then I wanted to go outside. That was this boy's thinking. And his parents badly, they wanted him to be back here. So everything A to Z, Swami was just continuously telling about that boy. You believe it or not, that boy was like full bold. He was like, he was not expecting that from Swami in the first place. They just wanted to Swami to come to their room and just bless them. But whereas here, Swami is telling everything about his, from 6th standard to till PUC, what and all things happened in his life, Swami kept on telling. This boy had a greatest shock in his life, and you believe it or not, he is a huge, bulky boy. He started crying. And Swami got Swami got very embarrassed, telling this big boy, if he's crying in front of guests and all, it doesn't look good. And Swami started patting him, and with lot of love, Swami told, don't cry. It's all because of your friendship. You deviated from the path, and you didn't choose good friends in your 8th, 9th class. That is the result why you were deviating from the path and you were suspended and all these things happened. But now, to some extent, you have understood. That's why you have developed a good company in PUC, because of which I am close to you. That's why you should develop friendship with me. See, this is what Swami told to that boy. You should always develop friendship with God. Then rest, everything God will take care. So from that day onwards, there was a tremendous transformation in that boy. It was really very difficult to believe, but still he became very, very responsible, a very good leader, a very loving and caring brother to all. So just one word of Swami or one touch of Swami can transform anybody. And from this also, I was witness for this incident also. So even all these small incidents with Swami, we may think this is small, because for that boy, this is the biggest and the greatest chance he got in his life. And it is a very good lesson for all of us. So by which I thought, really, yes, this is very, very true. We have to develop friendship with God. If we can seriously think about this, and if we can put all our heart, whatever is there within us, if we can share with Swami, he is really, really our true friend. He is really, really our true guide. That's why in Navavidha Bhakti also, Sakyam, it is the 8th one. So before, after Sakyam, it is Atmanivedanam. That's the almost last step is Atmanivedanam. Before that, it is Sakyam. That means only through friendship among all the Shravanam, Mananam, everything, Sakyam, it's in the 8th place. And immediately after friendship with God, that is, we will become one with God. So that important it is, and it is really high time for us to really listen to the friend who is within us and who is always trying to tell us, who is always trying to guide us. Let us not cheat ourselves. Instead, better we listen to our close friend within, and if we can follow his footsteps or directions or whatever, I think definitely we can attend the last Atmanivedanam without any doubt. So this was one more incident to tell that Swami is also our true friend. And another incident just to tell that Swami of course, he is God. Just an incident to tell that which happened with my own life to share with you, because I was witness for this incident also. So once Swami visited our Indulal Shah's house here in Mudanalli Sai Darshan. So after the program, Swami is about to go, and there was this man who used to help Indulal Shahji in his daily activities. He is from Mangalore, and he had his daughter's marriage. So he wanted to give a card to Swami and take his blessings. He just wanted to hand over the card to Swami, and Swami just went and sat in the car, and this man came running with the card. And he just handed over the card to Swami. And he just told Swami, my daughter's wedding is there. We need blessings and all those things. Swami didn't talk anything. He just blessed him, and just Swami went. So Swami was holding that card with him. He went to his room and he called me. He called me and told, get those saris which are there. Papam, this poor fellow, he's serving Indulal Shah from many, many years. So I have to give him a sari so that he can give it to his daughter, so that they'll all feel very, very happy and blessed. So usually Swami does that. If anybody comes with marriage, he'll give one sari for them. That was the thing. But here he told me to get a few saris. So I got few saris. Then Swami was not happy with that. Then he told, no, let it be here. Go get few more. So I went inside, then got few more saris. He was not happy with that. He told, get all the saris whichever we have. So I went, got all the saris in 3-4 trays. We got it and kept in front of Swami. Literally, Swami went through all the saris and of course he knows everybody. He just looked up and then he picked one sari and idi sarpotundi తీసుకో ఇది నువ్వే పర్సనల్ గా వెళ్ళి అతనికి ఇచ్చేసి స్వామి బ్లెస్సింగ్స్ కన్వే చేయి. He told me that you personally go hand over this sari to him and tell that Swami blessings are there and function will happen very well. So I thought for this Swami should spend really this much time, this much he has to select one, giving one sari. I was thinking all these things inside. And as Swami said, I just went to that man and I told him, Swami was very happy and Swami told me to give this sari to you and convey his blessings. And Swami also told that the program is going to happen very well, nothing to worry. You believe it or not, that man started literally tears rolled down and there was Swami's photo. Immediately he just prostrated in front of Swami's photo and he was crying so much, telling that I never in my life, I never expected that Swami is going to give my daughter a sari. I just thought Swami will convey his blessings. But here, then I told him, sir, it's not just like Swami picked one sari and gave. It's not like that. He literally selected for your daughter a very nice and particular sari which he wanted to give. And he was completely, he was into Swami. Here, I understood Swami has absolutely no distinction, as I was telling, because he's God, everybody are his children. Whether he may be a housekeeping staff, he may be a security, he may be a secretary, he may be a chairman, or whoever it is. That really doesn't matter for Swami. It's only the love, and he looks at our heart, and whatever love we have developed in our heart, accordingly he will respond to it. So that's why our personal transformation is very, very important. So even this really touched my heart. All these incidents, so many other incidents also happened when I was sitting to prepare for this talk. I was just thinking about all the very nice, amazing things which all happened during 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there are so many memories which we can always just think about it and feel happy, feel his presence. And more than that, we can feel Swami is really our true friend, really is true Guru, truly he is God. And more than that, he is everything for us. So there was one more incident which I wanted to share with you, that he is our true Guru because he knows better. And he knows what we have done in our past and what is going to happen in our future. Only thing we have to do is just follow, or just listen, or just say yes. As Swami was telling, yes, Swami. That's the only thing we have to do. There was one of our staff members who newly joined in the year 2012. His name was Kumar Karthik. So he was from Tamil Nadu state. He lost his father in very early age. So mother was devotee of Swami. And even this brother is also, he was a devotee of Swami. He used to go to Puttaparthi, Whitefield, even Kodaikanal for service. And during one of the Kodaikanal service thing, Swami was going by car, and this fellow along with his friends, they also wanted to go in bike, and they also wanted to race with Swami, or they just wanted to go with Swami in that pace of convoy. So they were speeding up their bikes. And we know literally Kodaikanal hill is literally very, very dangerous. And with a lot of devotion or spirit or whatever, these boys also wanted to go with Swami's convoy. And they were going in really fast speed that they lost their balance. And they met with a very, very, some 5 to 6 of them, all the bikes, they met with an accident. And then also Swami saved his life. And after everything, then Swami told him to come to Mudanalli and serve here. So he was serving in various, he served in high school, in Vidya Kendra, various capacities he used to serve here. And one fine day, there was some problem in his with his mother or some financial matters. And he told Swami that, Swami, there is some problem in my house. So I need to go there. I have to stay with my mother. And I literally need to stay there for few years. And later, if time permits, like I want to come back to Mudanelli and serve. That's what he told Swami. And Swami was like, Swami didn't want to lose this man. So Swami he thought for a while, and Swami told, no, don't go outside. Whatever your problems, I will solve it. Whatever financial, I'll solve it. Whatever your mother want to come and serve here, accommodation, whatever, I am going to take care. But you don't go out. That's what Swami told. And Swami warned him also. If you go out, in next 1 or 2 years, you have a very, very bad time with you. So better you don't go. See, in spite, even God or Guru or our Lord says, we don't want to follow a few times. We have our own things in our mind. If we could have listened to our heart, everything will be fine. If we don't listen to our heart, if we listen to our mind, then all the problems will start. So because Swami knew about his future, what's going to happen in 2 years. So Swami warned him, telling that better don't go. In spite of that, Swami gave him some literally big amount of money and told him, you better go home, give it to your mother, tell that Swami is there to take care. If your mother also wants to come back and serve in our institution, I am going to provide everything for them. So, but you don't go out. That's what Swami, out in the sense, you don't leave the institution and go. That's what Swami meant. So in spite, he went, he gave the money to mother, he spoke everything, then came back to institution. After a few days, he just wrote a letter and kept it in his room, and he posted one letter to Swami. And one fine day, he left without informing anybody. You believe it or not, because he is our Guru or God who will be knowing our future. So after 2 years, exactly after 2 years, he met with a very, very severe accident. And on the spot, he was no more. See, Swami warned him in the first place, telling that, see, you have a very bad time now. You don't go. But instead, we don't listen to Swami. It's not like God, if you go, this will happen. If you don't go, that's not the case. Because he is God and he wants all of his children to be happy. Once in a while, he keeps telling, so this will happen, that will happen. So better you stay back here. I'll take care of you. But in spite of this, we don't want to do this. So that's how he lost his life. So that's why, after hearing this, then we informed Swami also. Then Swami told, see, this boy, if you would have listened to my word and you would have stayed back here, how happy his life would have been. And how nicely I would have taken care of him. So that's why this is the greatest lesson which we all have to learn is whatever Swami says, he know what is best for us. He has a master plan for all of us. So just to follow his plan. We should not, usually we do that few times. Why Swami said this? Why Swami didn't say that? Why this? Why that? We keep questioning. So when this questioning mode came, even I was also like that only before. So once Swami told me, you come to America with me. I'm going to America. You come to America. So before that, you apply visa. So why I'm telling this incident is, I just remembered that we don't follow Swami's word to word. We use our own mind. We doubt Swami. Why Swami? We question Swami. All these things we will do. So just to narrate that, I just wanted to share one of this incident. So Swami told me to apply visa. So I just applied, our people applied in Chennai. So I went to Chennai and I had that interview. So unfortunately, I didn't get visa. So I was so very disappointed. I was thinking, Swami, you told me that you'll get visa and you are going to take me to America. My sister was also staying in America. That Swami every now and then used to tell, your sister is also in America. We'll all go to America so that you can meet your sister. So they can also come see me. He was telling all this. Then I was also so very excited. So I also wanted to go to America. So when this visa, this was rejected, I was so very disappointed. And I was thinking, oh Swami, come on, how can this happen? You told me to apply and you told it will get. So I didn't get. So I was so very restless, and I just wanted to go to Swami, and I just wanted to share all these things. So I went to Swami and I told Swami, I could not go through the visa process. They rejected. Swami was like, like what happened? What is the problem? Everything he inquired. And then see, Swami was so very loving. He told, no problem. Whatever the faults were there, you rectify that and apply one more time. He told me. So then out of this, I had this very curious thing in my heart. And I told Swami, you told me to apply for the visa. And you told that definitely it's going to get. But why, Swami, I could not get the visa? But like Swami was like, he just kept quiet. Then he told, no problem. He'll next time he'll definitely get. Don't worry. You go. That's what he told. Okay, after everything got over and we just came back. Then Madhu messaged me with a lot of love. From that time, he's our guru actually. So he very lovingly messaged telling that, my very dear brother. So usually, according to my experience, all the devotees, they keep questioning Swami. Swami, you told this didn't happen. Swami, you told that didn't happen. You told, why is that, Swami? They keep questioning always. And if we people who are staying with Swami, and Swami is giving us so much, if we also question Swami, then how is that? Then what difference will it really make in our progress? That really struck my heart, and I was literally taken aback. Yes, before asking Swami, I would have thought about it. So that was the greatest lesson which Swami wanted to test me. So, but even though that incident happened, so I didn't learn a good lesson from it. So once again, I applied for my visa. So once again, I applied. Once again, it got rejected. So then that time when it got rejected, I really felt bad. And then I was going through the message which Madhu has sent me that time, telling that, who are we to question God? As I said, he has a master plan for all of us. So whatever needs to happen, it will happen at the right time, during the right place or right circumstances. Who are we to question his will? So that was the greatest lesson which I learned. So just to follow whatever Swami says. If it gets, fine. If it doesn't get, it's extra fine. But whenever he wants things to happen, even though if we feel it may not happen, it will happen. So that's why, so whatever we have, just only thing we have to completely, totally surrender at his lotus feet, and rest we have to live it at his lotus feet. So this was the another greatest lesson which I have learned. And another two incidents I would like to share. Another one is like literally Guru knows what is best for us. And when, as I was telling, when right time comes, things will automatically happen. So this was related to my personal life. So my parents were so much worried about my marriage. And whenever they used to come to Swami, they always used to ask Swami when are you going to perform his marriage? And Swami also was giving them, don't worry, when right time comes, I'll only find everything. I'll only perform his marriage. All those things Swami was also telling. And in one of the interviews, I still remember in the early days, like Swami, my mother came and asked Swami, when are you going to perform his marriage? And Swami was like, no, don't worry, I'll do. When right time comes, I'll do. Nothing to worry. Everything he said. And then parents went out. Then he called me. Don't worry. Just to satisfy them, I just told that I am going to perform your marriage. What marriage? Your marriage is already over with me. You want one more marriage? I told no, Swami, I don't want any marriage. I just want to be with you and serve you, love you. That's fine, Swami. Then Swami told, don't worry, everything I will take care. So that incident got over. Then my mother, whenever she comes to Mudanelli, that was her prayer to Swami. And this is what happening. And during one of after the Paravidya sessions, so Swami has asked us to speak in the evenings. Every evening he had given chance for all of us, for staff, interns, everybody to speak every evening. I also got one of the chances. And after I spoke, I just came to Swami. Swami told, you didn't speak about your marriage. Then I was like shocked. Swami, no, your mother wanted you to get married. No, like she's pressurizing you. So why didn't you tell about that? No, like I was smiling at Swami. Then I told Swami, you only told my marriage is over with you. So I'm not worried about that. Then Swami laughed at me and then he blessed me and he told, go sit. And when Swami was about to go to his room, he called me and he told, see, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa also prayed Kali Mata for Vivekananda's sake, because Vivekananda mother is also same. She also always used to come to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and cry, this fellow is not getting married, you only have to bless, all these things. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa prayed Kali Mata for sake of Vivekananda. Now I have to pray for your sake so that your mother will be okay. I don't really think I deserve that, but this is what Swami said. And that's where the conversation got over and Swami went inside laughing. So I also came back. So next time when I went to my home, I had an opportunity. I and mother, we went to city. While coming back, just we were talking like that. And she was also telling that, see, everything is fine. Swami is also taking care of you very well. Everything is fine. But only thing is, if you could have got married, that would have been really nice. She told me. Then I really told, truly from your heart, mother, you truly want me to get married. I don't know from where that courage came. I just really asked my mother. And she didn't even think for a moment and told, actually, no. I know that you are very, very happy with Swami. And I want the whole of your life to be like that. And I really don't want you to trouble to get married or just once again face all the difficulties which we are all facing. So I felt very, very happy, and I immediately a thought came that day when Swami told me that I will pray for your sake so that your mother will be okay with it. So it came to my mind. Yes, only because of Swami, only because of his grace, all this could happen. From before that, my mother used to, every time when I go home, my mother, sister, father, everybody, they used to tell, next, when is that Swami is going to tell, so when is Swami is going to perform marriage, all these things were there. But from that day onwards, still like almost one and a half year got over. Never, whenever I go home, never they'll raise that topic, because they know that I'm happy with Swami. So why I wanted to tell this is, so because he knows when right time comes, right things will happen, and he'll make sure that things will happen. Even though we don't want, or like whatever we think, it may not happen, but if he wills, that will definitely happen. So what I need to share here is, for all of our lives, he has a master plan. So telling about this master plan, I remember when physically Swami was there, he used to tell, for Mudanalli, I have a master plan. So in the same way, our lives also, we have a master plan. And if we can just be, then rest everything he will take care. So about this master plan of Mudanalli, I just wanted to share. So that time our elders, they went to Puttaparthi. They wanted to, Premdeep was not constructed. They wanted to construct this Premdeep. And they have selected the land near our pre-university college, present pre-university college. That was the land which they have selected to build Premdeep. And they went to ask Swami for guidance. And Swami looked at the plans and he told, no, this is not the right place. I have a special master plan for Mudanalli and for all of you. So you all just need to follow. That's what he told then. And then he told, he only selected the place for Premdeep, present place, and he told, you can build it here. And then Swami came, inaugurated all that we know. And he also visited 29 times all. And he was very, very fond of. And in the year 2008, when our Secretary Sir and Gangadharana went to Prashanthi Nilayam, Swami, all of a sudden, he called for an interview for them. And we will not even believe, he revealed so many things to them, telling that in future, Mudanalli is going to be very, very famous. So many people will come and stay there. So that's why we need to build a very big hall there. In 2008 itself, Swami told that we need to build a very big prayer hall in Mudanalli. And that time, none of us we really believed actually. Like Swami was on wheelchair and Swami used to find it very difficult to visit Mudanalli. And especially in Mudanalli, we didn't have so much funds to build a very big hall, all those things. See, it was his master plan. So that when Swami came here, Swami wanted to build Prema and big hall came. Then as Swami said in 2008, one big hall will come, that came. Then Swami told so many of the people will come and stay in the ashram. That also happened. And Mudanalli will become very, very famous, he told. So that also happened. So in this way, he has a separate master plan, not only for places, for all of us also. So once again, remembering of master plan, in the year 2010, when I completed my engineering, like that time, Swami told me, like, I wanted to really be with Swami and serve Swami in physical form. So I was, every time when I go to Prashanti Nilayam, every time I used to give a letter telling that Swami, I want to be with you, I had to serve you, I had to stay with you in Ejur Mandir, I had to serve you. Every time Swami used to tell, yes, Aitundi Bangaru, wait, he used to tell me. But every time whenever I go, he used to tell the same thing. But that time I felt so very restless and I wanted to tell Swami, my engineering also got over now. So now I had to join MBA here so that I can stay with you. I can do my MBA just as a thing. And I can, more of that, I can be with you and serve. So that was my plan. But God has his own master plan. So that time only Swami told me, no, not this year, he told me. Because he didn't want to disappoint me. So he told, not this year, next year he can join. Next 2010 got over, next 2011, once again I went, Swami, I had to do MBA. He told, he didn't even look at me because he didn't want me to do MBA there in Prashanti. Then he told, then like another 3-4 times when I went in 2012, almost like Swami was in a very, very bad health condition. Swami, he was not able to talk. But one last time when I went, he looked at me and he smiled. So then I felt, okay, Swami didn't want me to join here this year also, let me wait. And we all know in the April, this thing happened and that's all. Then I thought, come on, where is Swami now? Then like, how is it I'm going to serve Swami? And how come Swami told me that you will serve me, all these things will happen and nothing happened. How is my life going to be? So many questions, so many doubts came, like we all had that time. Then Swami had, as I said, he has his own master plan. Then he came here, he gave me an opportunity and he kept me as close as possible. And all the time he used to tell me, whenever I used to be with him alone, he used to tell me, see, in Puttaparthi, you used to always come and pray. You gave one big letter. You remember? That was the biggest letter in my life I wrote to Swami. Like 2-3 pages I wrote telling that, how is that I have to serve you? How is that I have to take care of you? How is that timetable is there? What is the timetable I have made to take care of you? When you come to Mudanalli, how is that I have to take care? There's so many things like that I've written in the full, complete detailed. I've written in 3-4 pages and I've given that to Swami in the last this thing. That Swami remembers every time. See, you gave me so much big letter and you wanted to serve me, you wanted to be with me. So see, now here is an opportunity for you. So from this, what I understood is never our prayers are going to be unanswered. Always he is going to answer, but he'll take his own nice, sweet time to manifest the things or things to happen. So only thing which we have to develop is patience. So with God, patience is very, very important. And definitely things are going to happen. And only thing, as I said, we need to have that total surrender, telling that, yes, things will definitely happen when he wills. Only thing I have to do is just wait. So if with this, if we can develop or like, if we can have a very, very nice connect with our own true self or true Swami within our hearts, then I think everything, our life will be so very nice, so very joyful, so very blissful, and so very selfless. And before I end this, so I just wanted to share one small incident which happened on the first Guru Purnima of like when Sadhguru Srimad and Sai thing happened. That was the first Guru Purnima. So just Swami came out of the entry room, Swami's room, and he went to entry room. So I also went with him. So that was the first time I saw Swami having Pada Puja. So I was also there, sitting there. Then once Pada Puja, everything is over, then Swami looked at me and there were a few devotees there. He told to them, see, in Puttaparthi, he prayed that he wants to be with me. And all these years, even though he could not see Swami, he used to imagine that, yes, Swami is sitting like this, Swami is having food, Swami is doing this, Swami is doing that. Then he looked at me, here afterwards, you need not imagine anything. Here afterwards, everything is this. So you want to serve, you want to do anything, whatever you had, you can do it. Here afterwards, you need not imagine things. Everything is this. So that gave me a big, because there was a lot of confusion outside, but for us, Swami made it so very, very clear, so very, very plain, so very, very natural that Swami from that, before that also, he gave us so many examples that there is no two, there is only one. So that he made it very, very clear, but still for our doubting minds, we had this duality. But that day, Swami made me very, very clear that is, Swami is not different, Sadguru is not different. And actually speaking, we also are not different. We're all one. And that is our task, to find this or to achieve this. And definitely by Swami's grace, he will bless us and we'll all be worthy instruments in his divine mission of self-transforming. And definitely we are going to transform ourselves. That's what I feel, especially after our Paravidya's classes. We had really good understanding about our true self and so many other new concepts which we never thought about it. So step by step, Swami is taking us definitely as a friend, as a guru, as a God, as our dear parent. Whenever, whatever is required, definitely he is going to do. Definitely he will make sure things will happen. Only thing we have to develop is surrender. And I sincerely pray to Lord to bless all of us in this path of transformation. That Swami bless all of us. So thank you for this great opportunity so that I can share so many nice memories with all of our dear brothers and sisters. So once again, thanks for the opportunity. Sarah.
Saramana, these experiences of yours are extremely humbling and are lessons for all of us. We are grateful to you for having shared them, and we pray Swami to guide and bless us on the path of becoming his friend, along with the energy and strength to follow him like the way you have. Before we proceed, if there are any questions or comments to the speakers, please leave them in the chat box or window. Now, the next speaker for today's session, who shall be presenting a special feature on Sri Satyasai University of Human Excellence, is Sri Bhupal Chidambar Anna. Anna is fondly referred to as Chidambar Anna and is an alumnus of Sri Satyasai Lok Seva Educational Institutions, both Alike and Mudenahalli. Further on, he proceeded to pursue his Bachelor's of Engineering in Electronics and Communications from the reputed RV College of Engineering, and his MTech in Machine Learning and Artificial Intelligence from the PS University, Bangalore, and is currently pursuing his PhD in Department of Mathematics and Computer Sciences at Sri Satyasai University for Human Excellence. Chidambarana is also the Student Life Coordinator at Sri Satyasai University for Human Excellence, Kalaburgi and Mudanali, and the UG Student Life Coordinator at Sri Satyasai Lok Seva, Gurukulam, Kalaburgi. Chidambarana is a thinker, creative writer, a sportsman, and a humble student of Bhagwan, who wants to serve Bhagwan in his mission till the last breath by giving his 100% commitment to the mission. Dearest Chidambarana, over to you.
Okay. Om Sri Sai Ram. I offer my humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of my Guru Deva, Sadguru Shri Madhusudan Sai. My humble greetings to all the alumni of Sri Satyasai Lokaseva institutions. As Rajat was introducing me, my mind traveled backwards in the early 2015 when I was very new to the continued mission of Bhagwan Sri Satyasai Baba. I was very new and it was my nurturing phase and it was very important phase of my life where I had to get back to my Swami and get back to his mission. It was during that time uh, the senior alumni of Sri Satyasai Lokaseva Institution, all the alumni brothers and sisters helped me. They inspired me from within, helped me to understand Swami. I still relish all those moments. Today, as a member of Sri Satyasai University for Human Excellence, I'm talking to all of you, but I attribute this to all the brothers and sisters who helped me in my early phase of this continued mission. To talk about Sri Satyasai University for Human Excellence, actually, I get no words. My heart fills with gratitude and my heart fills with love. What is Sri Satyasai University for Human Excellence? In this context, what is Sri Satyasai University? In this context, I remember the prophetic words of our founder president, Sri Madiyal Narayan Bhatt, which was dated back to 1977. I just want to read that prophetic words of Anna. He says, in the course of a time, a university will be started for training of missionaries. This university will be located in an enchanting and serene rural area. Every year, hundreds of boys and girls, hundreds of missionaries will come out of this university with a vow to serve the society, to serve the country, and to serve the world. The products of this university will be well equipped with the capacity to render useful service to the people. They will go to the different parts of the country, to different parts of the world to put into the action the lofty ideals of Sanatana Dharma. This stream of service will assume larger and broader proportions and sanctify the lives of the people. This is Sri Satyasai University for Human Excellence. These were the words of Anna in 1977, which came to manifestation by our master, by our Gurudeva Sadguru Shri Madhusudan Sai in 2018. The main objective of Sri Satyasai University for Human Excellence, as all of us know, if we join a medical university, we end up being a doctor. If we join a technical university or an engineering college, we end up being an entrepreneur or a tactician or a vertical head or an employee. But when we join Sri Satyasai University for Human Excellence, the students graduate as God Himself, graduate as individuals, as an excellent individuals who reflect the divine principle of Swami, the divine principle of Bhagwan Sri Satyasai Baba. That is the objective of Sri Satyasai University. And Swami, in recent times, made our objective very well defined. He said that what he wants from boys and girls of this university is to become gurus of both Paravidya and Aparavidya. Paravidya, Paravidya is which helps us to understand the consciousness, our inner nature, and Aparavidya is the one, is that Vidya which helps us to contribute to the society, to uplift the lives of the people, to uplift the lives of the surrounding which we are, to uplift and to contribute to the nation's progress. It started, Swami wanted this university to be very unique, especially the students. I remember what Swami said. He said that the students who join here and who pass out here, he wanted 100% commitment to the students. True to his words, was the first batch of our university, and university started as a Sri Satyasai Center for Human Excellence, as a college which was affiliated to Mysore University in 2014. And we have the pictures of our first batch students of Center for Human Excellence who reflected this. If you, I say that first batch of Center for Human Excellence is synonymous to the 100% dedication to the Swami's mission and cause. They reflect Swami in thought, word, and deed. They set a great ideals for a university to come up, and the first batch of Center for Human Excellence started in 2014. It continued till 2017. So university was inaugurated in 2018. As I said, what to speak of university? I don't get words. A student who joins here, everything is given free of cost. Whatever he asks for, be it clothes, be it boarding, be it books, be it courses, be it any extracurricular activities which he wants to participate, band, music, dramatics, or any other skills he wants to learn, everything is given free of cost without any hindrances, without any obstacles. And to say, I remember the Upanishadic statement of Kena Upanishad. So what would be a day in Sri Satyasai University for Human Excellence? I remember Kena Upanishad says, Pratibodha Vititam Matam, means that in every experience of our life, we are connected to that consciousness, to that divine principle of Bhagwan Sri Satyasai Baba. This is what Sri Satyasai University stand for. And this is a beautiful picture of Anna, who is guarding the university, who is a frontier, who is our leader, who is a captain of our university, and who leads us, who inspires us. And this is a glorious pentagon which houses our undergraduation courses in Kalburgi campus with Bhagwan's grace and with Sadhguru's inspiration. Now Sri Satyasai University for Human Excellence has two more branches along with Kalburgi campus. We have an undergraduation and a post-graduation and a research center in Mudinelli, Satyasai Grama, and we have an undergraduation and post-graduation center in Nalakadranalli for girls. And this is a UG campus for boys, which is our main campus. It's in pentagon shape. I remember this pentagon serves as a center for mass emancipation, and it's such a beautiful campus. As the moment you enter, you're filled with an inspiration. You get no negative thoughts. You're always filled with inspiration. As I said, Pratibodha Vititam Matam. Every experience, every moment of our college days or our hostel timings, you're filled with an inspiration. You're always connected to that consciousness. This is our multimedia center. Sometimes there's a big difference when you step into our university campus in Navnihana village in Kalburgi. There's a lot of difference. Outside there is nothing. The area is filled with poverty, but here is a campus which is filled with an world-class infrastructure with good facilities to assist students. I remember I was a part of many UGC committee visits and many Karnataka Higher Education Board committee visits to university. As soon as they enter the Navnihala village, they see the village surroundings, and they get shocked. As I was escorting one of the UGC official, he was asking me, how these universities are the real miracle of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. In this remote village, in this remote corner, which is just a stone away from old Stone Age, here is a university with a world-class facility, and that too free of cost, and offering such unique courses with a great lofty vision and with an ideal to serve the society. They get shocked and they get surprised when they see our facilities, when they see our infrastructure. This is our conference hall in the university. The speciality of this conference hall is we have exactly 30 chairs in the hall. 30 people can be housed in this hall, which is of 30 chairpersons of our different campuses located in 30 districts of Karnataka. So Swami said, our university campus at Kalburgi will act as an educational hub from wherein all the educational activities of Sri Satyasai Lokaseva Gurukulam and also about our university will be coordinated with its center zone as Gulbarga campus. It's always a great, 6 months back, we had a chairperson's visit in our campus, and it was great joy, and it was a wonderful event to see that all 30 chairpersons were sitting and Sadhguru was there as their central theme of their life. We were discussing about our institution's vision and mission and the future. It was a wonderful event. This is the library of our university. So coming to this is a hostel block, and as all of us know, it's one of the largest and the longest hostel in all educational institutions of Sri Satya Sai Baba. We can accommodate up to 900 or 800 students. It's so big. It's so big that students, what you call, sometimes get confused, especially our sixth standard students sometimes get confused where to go, which block to go, which wing to go. It's so huge, and the specialty is from sixth standard boy to the PhD scholar of the university. Everyone stays there, and it's so homely. We say that hostel is our big home, and home is a small hostel. That theme is reflected in our hostel, in our campus. And we also have a Goshala facility where every day our boys from sixth standard to UG are engaged in Goshala activities. And Swami says every campus, every Gurukulam campus of us should have a Goshala. It should remind us of the ancient Gurukula system. Boys should be trained under ancient Gurukula system. It's a very good Goshala. I remember when our former education minister of Karnataka, Suresh Kumar ji, had come. He spent a lot of time in our Goshala. I was very fascinated how our boys take care of cows, and how they, and our sixth standard boy, we have named each cow. We have a specific name to each cow, and all our boys remember, call the cows with their names, and cows response. That's a beautiful sight to watch. And to talk about our university, how it is different. As I said, the main objective of universities is to create gurus of both para and apara vidya. How it is different, how this theme is achieved, is through the unique curriculum of the university. We have courses like BSc Sciences, BSc Humanities, Bachelor of Performing Arts, Bachelor in Vedic Studies, post graduation in 8 departments, and PhD in 5 departments. We have that regular secular courses, and we also have unique courses. Those are Bharata Darshana, which is consists of Upanishads, Narada Bhakti Sutras, Ashtavakra Gita, and the highest philosophy of Sanatana Dharma. And we have a course on Veda Parayana, where students learn different Vedic chantings. And we have a special course on spiritual music, which we call it as Adhyatmika Sangeet. All these courses equip students, as Madhyal Narayan Bhatt's prophetic statements say, that students are well equipped with ability and nobility to serve the society, and these courses help them in serving the society. And we have very unique program, and one such program is Words of Wisdom program, wherein leaders from different organization, different walks of life come. Every Thursday we organize this program where they interact with students. They discuss on the various topics, from societal transformation to individual transformation, from Atma Kalyana to Loka Kalyana, various concepts on rural entrepreneurship, on rural development, on Upanishads, on consciousness, on Vedanta, on Upanishad, on many such topics which related to Sanatana Dharma. We discuss here. It's a unique program, and we had great what you call leaders, social leaders, monks from different organizations addressing boys and girls. These are few illustrations of those leaders who have spoken. And activities. So I spoke about the Paravidya aspect and Aparavidya aspect. With this, we have one more aspect called self-development, where from plumbing, from car driving, then from electric works and such, what you call other works, everything is taught to boys. And we have unique activities. Every day is filled with unique activities like group discussions, quizzes, seminars, paper presentations on different aspects of human life and human excellence. So always our boys, they are so engaged. So I sometimes, as a student life coordinator, I sometimes converse with them, and when they go home, I ask them what you did in home. They say they are bored. They don't find their homestay as very engaging because there are no activities at all. Here in our university, in their campus life, they are totally engaged, totally involved in many activities, enhancing their skill set, enhancing their life skills, enhancing their paravidya skills. But as soon as they go home, they feel home is bored. So, as I said, home is their small hostel, and hostel is a very big home where they have hundreds of brothers, from younger brothers to elder brothers, who always care for them. So, these are various activities which we conduct, and with Sadhguru's grace, we have a good sports facility, we have a high infrastructure volleyball, basketball, football, and cricket grounds, and we love it. Actually, the basketball court of our university is so nice that we love it. Many students from different campuses, that is from 30 different campuses of our institution, wants to come to Gulbarga because of our unique basketball and volleyball courts. And I also, on this occasion, I invite all our alumni to please come and also enjoy the facilities. This is the amphitheater where we conduct the co-curricular activities and monthly homums and special festivals in the amphitheater. And especially, we all know about Satyasai Grama Mudanali, which is known for its beauty, which is known for its peace. It's a center of center of peace, and our university's nature is also so enchanting. As Anna said, it's located in the rural Karnataka, northern Karnataka. Though it is in Gulbarga, you'll never feel it is Gulbarga. You feel the environment is similar to Kodaikanal, or environment is similar to Ooty. This is the cricket and football grounds. Every Sunday, eager day, we have so and 2UG, so many boys will be involved in games and sports. And monthly, we have many co-curricular activities and games and sports events. So these are the few pictures. And also, as I said, it's very the nature of Kalburgi campus is so unique. There are many spaces for meditation and for creative thinking, and these are few glimpses of those spaces. We have the rock garden, which is conceptualized by students of our university. Our university students were instrumental in making these spaces of meditation, centers of meditation. And the speciality is we celebrate every festival uniquely. So every festival, be it Moharam, be it Ramanavami, be it Christmas, any festival, there are lot of activities put forward by students itself. They put forward, they come up with dances and songs and so many activities. And every festival we celebrate. So sometimes in a parents update group, I usually post pics. So many times parents ask, so many activities you are doing, how it is possible to do? So the answer is very simple. It's an inspiration of our Sadhguru, Sri Madhusudan Sai, who taught all university students, who is an inspiration to all the staff and university students, and made us clear the concepts of Sanatana Dharma. And every university student is very clear on the concept of Sanatana Dharma, that every religion is same and every religion points out to the same consciousness. So we celebrate every festival with lot of enthusiasm and a lot of passion and zeal. These are few glimpses. Every homam and every and as you know that as a part of Sri Satyasai Lokaseva Gurukulam,
Sai Ram Anna. Anna, we are unable to hear you yet. Maybe if you could just unmute yourself if it is on mute, or otherwise reconnect the audio settings, please.
Is it audible now?
Yes, Anna. Sai Ram,
Yeah.
it is. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. With Swami's inspiration, we started two new courses, very unique courses, which are not there in any university. That is Bachelor of Arts course in Vedic Studies and Bachelor of Performing Arts in Music Dance. So these two courses are very unique, and we this year got an opportunity to go to Sringeri, take the blessings of Mother Sharada, and we started this course. And this is the pic which shows the first batch of Bachelor of Vedic Studies students. So, and this year, our first batch of Sri Sathyasha University for Human Excellence students are passing out, and already we have allocated different campuses, and they will be doing their internships. So, what's the specialty of the internship? So, once Swami was talking to all of us in our university prayer hall, he was explaining the three yogas which a university offers. The first yoga is Yogaha Karmasu Kaushalam, which is the motto of the university. Any action we take or any activity we take, we have to manifest excellence in that activity. That is Yogaha Karmasu Kaushalam, where in their undergraduation stage, each student excels in their activity, both spiritual activity and physical activity, academical activity, any activity, they will excel. And after the undergraduation, they will spend their 2 years in the internships. What is this internship? Which is again this describing this internship. Swami says, Yogaha Chitta Vritti Nirodhaha, which is mentioned in our Yoga Sutras, Patanjali Yoga Sutras. That is, in this internship, they work for the students. They work for the welfare of the students by serving in different campuses of Swami. By serving, the Chitta Shuddhi happens. Swami says Chitta Shuddhi will help in Atma Siddhi, and this internship is all about this Chitta Shuddhi. That is the spiritual aspect of the internship, and in the physical aspect or a gross aspect of the internship, they will practically understand what are their strengths and what are their weaknesses. And internship programs are common in all universities, but in our university, it is more intense. And one Swami was saying, as Manjrekar was speaking of Paravidya classes, during Paravidya classes, he was speaking that internship is to turn inward, to turn in turn. That is to make inward. It's an inward journey, and internships are the most enjoyable phases of our graduate students. And as I said, they learn the spiritual aspects and also the gross aspects. After this, they will go towards their post graduation, and in their internship they will be teaching students, they will be helping wardens, they will be helping administrators to coordinate various activities in different schools, colleges and universities. So they will learn their positives and they will know their limitations, and so this will help them to choose their PG course appropriately. So if a student knows that he is good in biosciences, definitely he will understand his strength or grip over biosciences in internship, and he will choose his PG course in biosciences when he comes to post graduation. And one more very unique concept of our university is it's a university without warden. So we all know we're under wonderful wardens. Even I was under wonderful warden, that is our Vasantraj sir, who was my warden in Muddinahalli, and GM Anantamurthy sir was my warden in Alike campus. So our wardens were so wonderful. But the speciality of our university is there is no warden. I'm just a student life coordinator who facilitate in the activities of the university. So what's this concept is, Swami says that our university hostel should work on the principle of Swa Anushasana, that is self-discipline. There should not be an external person who monitors there can be wardens for school children because they are very new to the system,
or they can be wardens for the PUC students because they're in the intermediate phase of their lives. They have to make proper decisions. Like as Manjrekar is a wonderful warden to our PU students, who helps our PU students to choose to have a right choice of their lives. But in university, since they've already chosen Swami, Swami is the warden, and they work, all university students work on the principle of Swa Anushasanam. They themselves come up with activities, they themselves come up with their studies, and I'm given a role of student life coordinator who just facilitates their success, who just celebrate their success. So these are the different activities which we had recently in Ganesh Chaturthi. All these activities were put up by university students, and it's so nice that as I was in Gulbarga, I was watching all our 6 to 12 standard students take a lot of inspiration from university boys. They reflect Swami. Swami, though is in Mudanelli, very busy with his activities, here in Gulbarga or in any Bijapur campus or in any campus, these university students who are interns, or these students reflect Swami, his love, his message, and his service, and their inspiration. It's like Swami usually quotes the example of Bharata, Shatrughna, and Rama and Lakshmana. Bharata, Shatrughna, and Lakshmana look towards Rama, Sri Ramachandra, for a great idealism, and our university students do that. And these are the various activities which our university students put forward in Ganesh Chaturthi, and all these were directed and monitored and inspired and motivated by our university students. So I just wanted to tell that we have also, as I said earlier, we have introduced 2 unique courses this year, that is Bachelor of Vedic Studies and Bachelor of Performing Arts in Music, Dance, and Fine Arts. And we also have BSc in Sciences, a BSc in Humanities. And in post-graduation this year, we have 8 departments, that is Economics, English, Sanskrit, Bioscience, Physics, Mathematics. And also from this year, we are starting PhD courses. And also university has another wing, that is Institute of Human Values, wherein external people also can apply for diploma courses on health education, on parenting, on other such aspects. And we also have diploma courses for music, that is Hindustani music, Carnatic music, percussions, and instrumentals. So we are also coming up with a new course for external people, that is a diploma course on Vedic studies, on Upanishads and Sanatana Dharma. This is a brief presentation on university. I want to end with again, like what summarizes our university. So what summarizes is, when they close their eyes, all our university students think that they are consciousness, they belong to the divine principle of Swami. And when they open their eyes, they see same consciousness as humans, as students, as plants, as birds, as everything, as the world, and they serve the society. This is a great theme which our university students project and manifest. And Swami is our inspiration, and Sadhguru is our inspiration. With this, I end my presentation. Thank you.
Saramana, your words and this institution is indeed a shining example of what happens when God is our guide and the central force of all our lives. And I am reminded of a statement that Manjrekar would often say to all of us when we were his students, and what Sri Sathyasha University for Human Excellence shows in and day out, that hostel is a place where one lives for the other and all live for God. Anna, we are grateful to have heard from you this evening and look forward to the emancipation of the entire humanity from Sri Sathyasai University of Human Excellence. Sai Ram, Anna.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm always grateful to all the alumni. In this context, I just want to thank all alumni who has always inspired me to be close to the mission of Swami. Thank you.
Sai Ram, Anna. We have one question with us today, and I humbly request Manjrekar Anna to kindly address this question. And the question goes, may I ask, how do we pray to Satyasai Bhagwan and Madhu Bhagwan? For me, both are the same. So the question is, how do we pray to Satyasai and Madhusudan Sai?
Actually speaking, we need not pray, because mother knows what is best for child. And even though before we ask that we are feeling hungry, mother immediately provides us food. And with total, this is my personal experience, with total surrender at his lotus feet, actually we need not pray, everything happens. So this was my experience. So to whoever the question asked, I think if we can totally surrender ourselves at his lotus feet, who as you said, there is no difference. Absolutely, there is no difference. If we can just be, rest everything will be taken care. So this is what I personally feel, and this is how things are happening in my life. So that's what I wanted to share with you. With the total surrender at his lotus feet, things will definitely happen. And it is his duty. Once we surrender, then it will become the duty of God or the higher consciousness. It is his duty to make sure things are in place. Hope this will, I think, this would have clarified or cleared his doubt.
Indeed, Anna. May I humbly request Dr. Suresh Kodpal Anna to kindly address us and invite us to the annual alumni meet scheduled to happen on the 3rd of October. Dearest Kodpal Anna, over to you.
Please. Sairam, everyone. Sairam, everyone. See, Swami has graciously permitted all of us to join at his divine lotus feet on October the 3rd. That is the Sunday, first Sunday of October. And that will be a permanent fixture in the calendar. That is first Sunday of October. We will be, all the alumni of all the campuses will be joining at his divine feet. So I invite all the alumni not to miss this opportunity. And for this, there is a Google form which is available in the WhatsApp. If you did not get it, please contact one of us. We will forward this. There is one rule though, because we have, we are currently in the COVID season. So people who wants to come in person to the ashram, they have to have had 2 doses of vaccine, and they should provide the certificate, because everyone would have had that app, and the app will provide the certificate. If not, one should do the RT-PCR test, and they have to bring the negative results when they come in person. Alternatively, one could watch the whole proceedings online, virtually. So, but I encourage lots of you, everyone, boys and girls of across all the age group from all the campuses, to come in person on October the 3rd. But please register yourself immediately so that we can make other arrangements. So lastly, I invite all of you to the October 3rd Sai Spurti to assemble at the divine lotus feet and to hear him. Thank you. Sairam.
Sairam Anna. Looking forward to the alumni meet, which is scheduled on October 3rd. As we conclude today's proceedings, I humbly request everyone to join in for universal peace. Oh. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sai Ram to everybody.